Tampa, guys. We had some issues with our internet over there, so we had to switch it up a little bit for you guys. So we appreciate all you guys joining in. Titan Lifestyle with Big Dru Official. And we got some great topics for you.
That's right.
Go ahead, Dru.
What's up, guys? This is Titan Lifestyle. It's Friday, a little bit past 2 p.m., dealing with technical difficulties, as John said. I'm live, he's live, holding it down. Great topics, and Serenity is the therapy of the week.
Yeah.
So tune in, sit tight, fasten your seatbelt, let's get it going.
Let's go. Let's definitely go. So, obviously, man, we want to start out with a therapy of the week. I know it's Friday. Everybody's getting ready for the weekend, right, Big Dru? Everybody's either going to go have a good time, sleep at home, club, whatever you guys do. But at that point, sleep should definitely be one of your priorities on the weekends, especially with, you having to possibly get up early. You're taking your kids to school. You're working early jobs. You're going home late after maybe you're training at night. And then you're just in this vicious cycle all week. So the weekends really, that's why if I do get time, Dru, I try to take those weekends to really relax and try to get some rest. I don't get many weekends to do that or many days. So, sleeping in maybe a little bit or maybe even getting a little bit early sleep on those nights is definitely a good thing. But, there's people out there that can't go to sleep either on the weekdays or the weekends, right? They have problems staying asleep too. I know it's a common question that I get all the time. Hey, listen, what do you guys got for sleep? What do you think, Dru? How's your sleep patterns?
My sleep pattern is pretty good on the Serenity. Again, like what John said, sleep affects everything. It affects your job. It affects your parenting. It affects your workouts.
Yep.
So it's not just about getting rest so you can recover and gain muscles. Getting rest so you can perform better mentally, not just physically, but mentally as well. So sleep, when you lose sleep, you pretty much lose a lot of things. You lose nutrients. You lose the ability to focus.
True that.
Your patience is gone. Your day is pretty much ruined.
Yep.
And a lot of times what people do is they try to catch up. So what happens is they'll lose sleep and then they'll try to catch up, and they won't really be able to catch up for like another week. So it's very important to stay consistent with your sleeping patterns. Don't just break a night and stay up all night and like, I'll make up for tomorrow, because it usually takes 3 or 4 days to make up for that one night of missed sleep.
Yeah, it's tough, man, too, because you got to catch up with sleep, guys. Me and Big Dru are talking about it. If you guys can't see him, don't worry. We're going to post this show with us both on the screens, and hopefully we won't have this issue again, and we can be in the same area or room so you guys can see us both. But, it's really, really important to catch up on the sleep. But like I said, a lot of people don't. And Serenity is really a great therapy for sleep, guys. It's got some great natural components and amino acids in there that will actually help you get, hopefully, a good night's rest and hopefully help you get to sleep, because that's a big problem. 2 different types of sleep are out there. One, they can't go to sleep. The wheels just keep turning. Man, I'm worried about this. Oh, I got this going on tomorrow, this, that, whatever. And then the next time is the person goes to sleep, but then starts waking up every hour. So they have no real good rest, right? Right, Dru? It's a big thing, man.
Yeah, it's very rare that, myself included, a lot of times people go to sleep, and especially with the phone, we've talked about over again and again. People wake up, check their phone periodically, just check a text message, just to look at the time.
Yep.
They end up spending a half hour to an hour, and then it takes an additional half hour to get back to sleep. So they're losing like 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Now, if you're doing that every single night, then it becomes a problem.
Yes.
So the phone and the sleep and the Serenity all go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
Again, one thing with Serenity too is I found people asking about it a lot. For some reason, this week is like huge on the Serenity, because sleep is. A lot of people need sleep. Not everyone wants to build muscle. Not everybody wants to look a certain way, but everyone needs sleep. Everyone, has been in a situation where they can't get sleep. Now, one thing I've found with Serenity is it's not going to quote unquote knock you out.
Right.
A lot of times people will take Benadryl or NyQuil just to get drowsy, but they don't need the additives in it.
Right.
The thing with those is you're going to take them. It's going to make you literally feel drowsy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good to drive on that stuff. It's not good to operate machinery on that stuff. With Serenity, you're not going to have that problem. You're going to take it, anywhere from 10, 30 minutes before you go to bed, and you're going to slowly, gradually fall asleep. It's not going to, quote unquote, knock you out. So it's a lot safer alternative to drinking half a bottle of NyQuil every night, which I've done in the past, no more. Or taking Benadryl or taking Z-Quil or all these other stuff. Injectable therapy with GABA, tryptophan. If you guys don't know what tryptophan is, it's what's inside the turkey that makes you so sleepy on Thanksgiving. We put it into an injectable therapy. We can go right into your muscle and help you fall asleep. So it's not going to quote unquote make you feel drowsy, drunk, or knock you out. It's going to have you fall asleep and stay
Right.
asleep, which is the most important thing.
Yeah, it said, at that point, with the components that you want to take, the L-theanine, the magnesium, right, and the taurine, these in Titan Serenity can help you guys relax, right? So even social anxiety, did you know social anxiety is on the rise? I mean, that's a really big thing because of 19 and all these different things, having to stay away from people, 6 feet, worried about this person being sick. Like, people have social anxiety when they go out now more than ever. And it was something before 19. So this is not something that just came on, but it's just increased even more, right? And it's made people, get out of their sleep patterns, be more stressed out than ever, and this, affects their sleep patterns along with that. So with the magnesium and the L-theanine and even taurine, we're talking about relaxing you and getting you to a relaxed position and then letting you fall asleep. Plus, we're talking about magnesium. Magnesium is great for distributing hormones and all different types of functions in the body. So when you talk about, even L-theanine is great for relaxing you. It's an anti-anxiety amino acid as far as that calming amino acid. And then taurine for brain function. And then the best thing about Titan Serenity is that a lot of people have problems sleeping, and they'll do anything they possibly can to get to sleep, right? Because, if you don't get proper sleep, it's going to affect the whole next day. And it's just like an ongoing thing. And it just feels like the whole week has been one long day, right? Well, the importance of this, people are like, I'll do anything. So I'll take NyQuil, like you're saying, or Z-Quil, whatever it is. But even if that don't work, then they go to the doctor and say, listen, I can't sleep. And then they're talking about Ambien, all these different things, these controlled substances that are highly addictive. And, then when the person does take it and they finally get night's rest, now after so long, let's say it's 30 days or so, then they really can't sleep without it. So, then you're depending on this medication to really get you to sleep. And after that, some people build up a tolerance to that. There's Ambien XR, whatever it is. I mean, there's a plus. I mean, so without going down that road and then getting onto that addictive wheel or controlled substances possibly, it's better to see if maybe something like this will definitely work for you. And the injectable is going to be different than an oral version, and 100% more, or at least 70%, 80% more as far as absorbency factor than the oral. So yeah, it's a big thing.
Yeah, and again too with the Serenity in terms of staying asleep or how much sleep affects you. I realize lately a lot of times a lot of people are getting sick easier. They're getting sick a lot easier. One of the main reasons they're getting sick is because their immune system is being weakened through enormous amounts of caffeine, not enough sleep through time and time. So now with everybody's immune system being so sensitive, sleep is very imperative.
Right.
I know for me, if I don't get well rest, if it lasts 2 or 3, 4 days or 2 or 3, 4 weekends in a row, I end up getting a sniffly nose. I start getting, a little bit of a cold because of the sleep. So it's not just about so you can feel better or so you can get bigger or so you can look perfect. It's about keeping you healthy too and keeping your immune system strong enough. 8 hours of sleep every night for 10 days straight, your immune system is going to be on point. Your body is going to be on point. You're going to be functioning great. Certain days they're in a great mood. They don't know why. Chances are it's because they're well rested. They're like, oh, why am I in a great mood today? Why does work not seem so bad? It's because they're well rested. So being well rested helps everything, guys. Like, it really does help everything. And don't just keep on taking caffeine thinking that you getting all jittery and amped is your being awake. There's difference between being awake normally when you get well rested as opposed to having bags underneath your eyes in a bad mood because you have no rest and then pounding the energy drinks. That's not a good thing.
It's true. You're just covering up and getting caught in that vicious cycle over and over. Literally, you're not sleeping, then you're covering up because you need energy. You need to function the next day because you got responsibilities, and that's the biggest thing, right? You got to take care of what you need to. So, yeah, it's a crazy, crazy thing. So if you guys are having problems sleeping, either falling asleep or staying asleep, you've tried everything else on the market, then you guys might want to try Titan Serenity because this therapy is definitely going to help. This one or DSIP, that's Delta Sleep Inducing Peptide. That's another one that works pretty well. You can take both these together, but I would try one and then maybe try the other one if that doesn't work. And at that point, if you really do need some sort of other heavy medication to get to sleep, you might want to look at other things too, like hormones and all these other things that will mess with your sleep function as well. And if you work night jobs or shift work at night, this is throwing off your clock. You got to start getting into, the good habits of getting healthy sleep, right? Like Drew said, no phone after so long, no TV, nothing that's going to stimulate or, increase stimuli in the body to keep you up. Because it will. You might not think looking at your phone for like 5 minutes is going to keep you up longer. It definitely will, and your body won't be rested. It's getting, entertained to some extravagant level in your mind and getting pop through the brain as far as synapses. So at that point, guys, if you guys are looking for something, Titan Serenity might be the therapy for you for sleep. No blood work's needed for it. All you have to do is fill out your patient paperwork. If you guys have any questions or concerns or want to get on this therapy, call or text us 727-389-3220. All right.
Yeah, and John hit it on the head. One last thing about Serenity. He had mentioned that if someone starts an overnight job, a lot of times people start a job on a different schedule, so their sleeping patterns have to change. A lot of times what people do is if they're now working overnights, what they do during the day is they just take a pill from the store or get a prescription to help them sleep. I'm telling you, go the Serenity or the D-SIP route, because if you're transitioning into working nights or days or vice versa, you don't want to just take something that's going to put you out, because then you're going to be a zombie when you do wake
100%.
up. So if you're changing schedules, if you're starting a night job or starting a day job and your patterns change, Serenity or D-SIP is definitely something you want to incorporate. It's not going to quote unquote knock you out. It's not going to be addictive. It's not going to keep you drowsy once you wake up after those 8 hours.
Big shout out Hulk Squad, Ans Tusa. We got some people over here, Drew, saying what's up.
Got Sasha, Richard, got a lot of people on the live over here. Tammy, Matt.
Nice.
Waving a lot of people on the live right now, so it's good.
Nice. All right, so let's get into some of these topics, Drew. Let's get into
got some crazy ones today.
Yeah. You want to start with one of yours off the bat? First up?
Yeah, we could go with one of mine if you want.
Sure.
Pretty crazy, but it happened again. A woman cut off her boyfriend's penis. It's not a joke. It's not a meme. It's real. It really happened in India. A woman caught her boyfriend trying to rape her daughter, which is, to me, it's justifiable if there ever is that time.
Yeah.
But she basically caught her boyfriend trying to rape her daughter. He caught him in the act.
Oh my God.
So basically, what she did is she attacked him.
Yep.
And during the attack, I guess she grabbed the knife and cut off his penis. And
Ouch.
she said she doesn't feel sorry. She said she'd do it again. And she said he got what he deserved.
Oh, man.
The article wasn't too long. It was pretty much to the point.
Yep.
But I've heard this happen before.
Oh, yeah.
And, I'm sure it's going to happen again.
Yep.
Hey, it is what it is. If you're doing something like that, I don't care what happens to you at that point. So I can't even say I would handle it differently.
Yep.
Obviously, it's not good to hurt somebody intentionally and all that. But at the same time, it's human, and I can only imagine what to walk in on something like that would be traumatizing.
Absolutely.
And you would just basically snap. But I think he got what he deserved.
Yeah.
He's never going to be able to do that ever again, obviously, because he can't physically.
They might reattach it.
They
might reattach it.
They might reattach it, but it's not.
John Bobbitt. He had a porn career afterwards.
Yeah, they could reattach it, but it's not going to be the same.
It won't be the same. You're right.
It's going to have a lot of scar tissue, and it's not going to be the same.
Woo!
So
that hurts.
Pretty much he got what he deserved. And I love hearing stories like this. I love hearing stories about people trying to do something bad to someone, and someone just snaps them. I don't know why I love that.
Yeah.
I watch YouTube videos about bullies getting beat up. I love stuff like that. So it's just crazy. It really did happen. When I first thought it was a meme, I was like, is this real? And I clicked on it, checked a couple sources, and it did happen. So it is what it is.
Wow, man, I won't want to be in that position.
Like Lorena Bobbitt, 2022 Lorena Bobbitt.
Oh, man,
I remember
that's crazy.
In the day, Lorena Bobbitt did it.
She cut it off and threw it in the yard.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, after all these women and these articles I've seen where people are doing this, I have yet to see a woman say she feels bad. Yeah. They all agree on it, and they're all happy they did it. So, it's not a situation where people are regretting it, even after it does happen.
That's
so
crazy.
It's a crazy topic. I figured you guys would find something crazy for you guys to be interested in.
Yeah.
But, it's true. If you want to Google it, if you're finding more crazy stuff like this, whether it's vice versa or whatever, I love hearing stuff like this. Shoot me a DM. I'll talk about it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hulk Squad said, getting ready to start leg press next week. PT, thanks to BBC 157 TV500. Maybe this guy could utilize that for healing quicker.
Oh, yeah. BPC and TB500 and CJ, he probably need everything. IGF, everything.
Yeah. He's going to need everything to get back healthy and go back.
One thing real quick about Hulk Squad saying the BPC for the recovery. One thing I've realized since I upped my IGF is my recovery is insane.
Yeah.
I've always had elbow pain, shoulder pain, all these pains. Just real quick to touch on IGF. A lot of times people take it to lose fat, to gain muscle, but they don't really put it with
The
recovery,
regenerative
whether it's
properties.
an injury or just a lag. Yeah. So one thing on that, the IGF. I've been wondering why my elbows and stuff is feeling better lately. And it's ever since I upped my IGF. So I'm on a little bit of higher doses now. The medical provider went over everything and they said I can go a little bit higher. So just real quick, IGF does help with recovery too.
That's awesome, dude. I'm glad it's helping for sure. Remember I was telling you about how good it was.
Yeah, I didn't believe it. Because a lot of guys need to feel like they're on everything. I feel like I'm on nothing, but I look like I'm on everything and I feel great. So that's exactly the look I'm going.
That's a beautiful
and
thing.
the way I want to feel too.
Absolutely. All right, so guys, make sure you guys are treating your ladies right and don't do anything wrong to other ladies because they might cut your penis off. You don't want that.
And if they do cut it off, oh well.
You deserve it. You deserve it. If you're trying to rape women or doing bad things, at that point they're going to defend themselves. And thank goodness for that girl. Hey, you know what? She got to do what she got to do. All right.
Got somebody saying on my live saying, "Where am I from?" I'm actually right now in Florida. I'm not sure. Where are you from? Mahi Bishma is asking where I'm from. I'm in Florida. Where are you?
Oh yeah. Where are you from? Let us know. All right. So while we're waiting on that, let's talk about the next topic. I think this one's a pretty big topic for everybody out there. It's a pretty general topic. I was just reading. I was like, man, it's kind of interesting, right? So have you ever been driving in your car or been in a car and seen some sort of insect? Some sort of insect, whether it was a spider or maybe a cockroach. I don't know. Something got in your car, especially when you're driving, right? You see a bug, you start messing around, you might get in an accident possibly, or you get unsafe driving, because you're worried about this insect crawling on you or doing something wrong to you. So I think this is a general aspect for everybody out there because I think everybody's been in that situation. I have. I know Sharice has. A number of other people I know have been in this situation. So how do you really prevent something like this to happen? So if you have a car and you're like, oh man, I've had this happen before. Like, what do I do to really get out of the situation or prevent insects, bugs, whatever it may be, to get in my car and cause me problems while I'm driving? So it's a good question. First thing is parking locations, right? You don't want to park in grass. You don't want to park under low-hanging trees or bushes. These things constantly have insects and bugs around them, and they'll go right into your car or be closer to your car right at that point. So that's the first thing, right? The second thing is sealing your car up as best as possible. Not leaving windows down, not leaving your convertible top down. If you have damage to your car from maybe an accident or something like that, you don't want to have gaps in there where they're going to crawl in there too as well. On the inside, you want to make sure your car is as clean as possible. So not leaving coffee cups, candy wrappers, anything that might attract, with sugar. Even they said coffee. They said even coffee beans, can attract because they do have some sweetness where they could attract ants in your car. Okay, so nobody wants that either. So that's the best thing. Keep your car clean. Cleaning the car.
Another thing I'm wondering.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was wondering if there's something people could do, a spray off or something, because if your car is sealed up, if it's completely clean, I'm assuming that bugs or insects can enter through vents or under your hood through your AC vents. So I'm wondering if there's any bug repellent spray or something put in there, spray. I don't know, but I'm just assuming if your car is completely clean, an alternate way to keep them out of there.
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? I'm sorry, you cut out.
But it is annoying, getting bugs in the car. Not only that, it's not safe. If you're driving and a bug flies across you, goes in your mouth, your eye, you're trying to bat it out the way in traffic. Not a good thing.
It's the worst, right? So, I'll give you an example. This really pissed me off. I'm sitting in my car, and I'm sitting in a Lambo, right? I'm sitting there, and I am OCD. I look over everything, make sure everything's right. And I see this little dot on my door. So I it wasn't a movement or anything like that. I was maybe that's just a speck of dirt, right? So go to touch this thing. And dude, it busted open and it was a spider. And this thing started crawling, getting on me. I slapped myself in the nuts trying to get this thing off. I go to try to open dude, it sucked. I tried to open my door, and of course, I've got this watch on here. and damn scratches my damn leather on my door. I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna be so and I keep my car clean. It's just convertible top possibly, maybe getting in, like all these different things and factors. It sucks, man, for sure, 100%. But you know, it's the other thing after that. What you can do is you can't spray off, but there is non-toxic chemicals you can put in your car, Drew, and even on your tires to prevent them to even come by your car on the outside. You don't want to use any carcinogenics or like some of these pest repellents because these have cancer-causing chemicals in them now. So at that point, we know this, and you don't really want to be breathing this in. So, you know, things that are cleared, you can definitely put on, definitely clean the car, make sure that's all good. The other thing, Drew, was steam cleaning. That heat and that steam will pretty much kill everything. So you can literally like go like in between cracks, crevices, and then vacuum it beforehand, and it'll suck it all out. So you want to, have that detail brushes and kind of go through there. Even if you don't clean cars, I mean, get a detail guy to come out, maybe do it maybe once a month for your car where he's like really cleaning the car, so taking care of it for you guys. I mean, because nobody wants bugs or insects on them driving for sure. Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah.
Bugs
are annoying, especially on you parking underneath the car.
Yeah.
And the trees and the car is dirty. Like especially with a black car here in Florida, the car only stays clean for 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's true.
No matter what you do.
Hawk Squad said if you use scents in your car, bugs are attracted to smells, especially like flowers. So yeah, that's probably a good point. I never even thought about that. Definitely for sure. Holden said he wants to know.
Yeah, that makes sense because bugs are always not around leaves. That makes a good sense, real good sense. So I wonder if even flower scented incense or air fresheners will give the bugs the same effect, or does it have to be physical plants or flowers?
I don't know.
Probably any scent.
Yeah, sure. No, it's probably any scent that would probably draw them to it. I really don't know. I mean, if it smells sweet, it probably it's going to attract them. So that's definitely a good point up there for sure. After that, we want to make sure. What else did they say in there? I think that was pretty much about it. Vacuuming, cleaning, steaming, making sure there's no like openings or closing whatever gaps you have if it's possible. Not parking by landscape, obviously. I think that was really about it. I think that was the big thing about it. Make sure you're just cleaning everything properly, and that's pretty like simple and it should be common sense. Like you don't eat and leave crackers and crumbs in your bed because you're gonna get bugs in your bed, right? I mean, there is attracted to that. That's why you tell your son or your kids, don't eat in your room. Don't leave food in your room because it will attract insects, especially ants. Ants are really bad. Ants are really, really bad.
Yeah, college dorms are the worst. Because everyone keeps their food in the room, and it's just like leftover pizza boxes with crust and stuff. It's like those are the worst. Like
it is the worst. And you always wonder like how the hell did all these ants get in here? Like
it makes sense too with the smells thing because it makes sense with the smells thing too because every time I walk by an outside trash can or dumpster that smells really, really bad, there's usually a bunch of flies flying around. So
yes.
Regardless of the smell, if it's a strong odor, usually they linger.
Yes, it's true. They do. Oh yeah. Oh yes. All them critters turning up.
Somebody on my live. Tammy Cash on my live says she's planting seeds on her farm to increase the population of honeybees. Now we're doing all this talking about bugs. What type of advice do you have being someone that deals with bees and honey? Do you know any tricks for bugs? Let us know.
Yeah. I'd imagine just like citrus oil for some things. Like ants, they say citrus oil scented usually prevents them or gets them away. They just don't like it at all. Different insects are a lot different.
When I was younger, I used to get tore up by bugs being outside. I don't know what it is. Since I'm older in Florida, I don't really experience getting eaten alive like I used to when I was younger.
I'm surprised, man. These mosquitoes are bad down here, bro. They're bad.
It's weird. I don't know what it is. I'll be outside with a group of people and everyone be getting eat up. Let's get inside. I don't see it. I don't know what it is. But I haven't really. When I was younger, I used to hate it. Though I used to be smatting myself, itching, mosquito bites and bee bites all over me. Now it's just I don't know if my skin's just too tough, elephant or what. They don't come at me like they used to.
Dude, it was.
Maybe I'm just not stank.
Yeah. It must be or sweet blooded. That's what they say, right? They say sweet blooded and trash. But who knows? I mean, even like they say, if you spray cologne on, or even girls with perfume, that can attract bugs and stuff like that too, as well.
Yeah,
but
strong.
Definitely different research out there and stuff like that. Even out here where I live, I mean, there's definitely mosquitoes for sure. And there's different ways to get rid of them too, if you're just worried about mosquitoes. So, I mean, that's one thing. Different insects, totally other ball game, like spiders and all that. Man, I don't like spiders. I know they help as far as getting rid of mosquitoes and other insects around, but man, I just don't like them either. Either way, I wish I didn't have to have any insects out there whatsoever.
Especially when they could transform into something, not know.
Yeah.
We got someone on here right now, Tammy Cash 73, the lady that said she has a honey bees for honey. She said acid chalk will keep the bugs away, hard to find, and it has no smell. So acid chalk keeps the bugs away. It's hard to find. It has acid chalk. It has no smell.
Okay.
So thanks for that tip, Tammy. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hulk Squad said, don't bring nasty girls in your car or they'll get crabs on your seats.
Yep.
And crabs can get on a seat and jump onto you. That is true statement. So if anybody's messing around, don't be getting burned or hurt out there and be taking it back to your significant other. All right. So let's get to the next one. Next one is if you want to get in shape, hang out with people that are in shape. That's pretty simple and easy to do, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Birds of a feather flock together. I know Chris Rock said it in a comedy show one time. If you don't want to be broke, don't hang out with 10 broke people. Same goes in terms of keeping your body in check, being healthy, being at a healthy weight, depending on if you want to be big or small. You know, just a healthy weight, low body fat, good blood pressure, all that stuff. Good eating habits. If you're hanging out with, if you're, say, 40 pounds overweight, everybody you hang out with is a minimum of 40 pounds overweight, you're really not going to have any motivation. You're not going to have a support team. You're going to be eating bad foods. You're going to be making bad decisions. You're not going to be going to the gym. If you want to get in shape, the same reason why if you want to make money, hang out with the people with the money. Hang out with the people that are in shape. It's only a matter of time before, you know, if you're the only person that's in your group of friends or, you know, people you hang out with that's in shape, that eats healthy, that goes to the gym, they're going to be steering you away from that. You're either going to have people saying, oh, why do you need to eat? Why are you bringing your Tupperware? You're going to have to hear that. Or they're going to say, oh, just one slice of pizza is not that bad. Look at you, you're ripped up. Yeah, but if you keep doing that over time and time and time, I made a decision a while ago. I'm not, you know, if I meet someone who's nice, I'm not going to, you know, just be rude to them. But at the same time, I'm not going to hang out with, you know, 10 guys who are 50 pounds overweight, who have never worked out, who don't care what they look like, who eat like shit. Like I'm just not going to do it. So I'd rather hang out by myself or hang out with like-minded individuals who understand it's time to eat. I can't eat this. I don't want to go out. I don't want to drink. So it's pretty simple. I mean, birds of a feather flock together, but I always see it all the time. You know, you don't have to be mean to people to stop hanging out with them. You know, you don't have to. You don't have to be like, if it's your friend from high school, oh my God, it's my friend from high school. I hear that all the time. We've been friends for 20 years. Who cares? That doesn't mean you need to go out with her to the food festival and eat cheesecake all day long and then go eat Doritos and watch, you know, all night just because it's been your friend. You know, why not keep that friendship and, you know, have some other friends that you could talk to about, you know. You don't want to have people steer you away from your goals. So if your goal is to get in shape, hang out with in shape people. If your goal is to get money, hang out with people that have money or are going to get money or people that have stuff going for themselves. You can't just, a lot of people hang on to relationships just because they've known someone for a certain amount of time. I don't really believe in that. I don't care if I've known you for 30 years or 30 days. If you're going to bring me down, you're going to have it so it's delaying me on achieving my goals, then I don't have to be rude to you. I just have to simply, you know, just choose not to hang out with you and choose to hang out with someone who's going to help me to get my goals.
It's true. 100%, man. It's a good point, man. All the
Tammy
way around.
Cash says right here, Tammy Cash has been on it today. She has another one. She said, so true. My overweight friends only like to eat, lay in bed, no exercise. And we have someone else on here. Lady Hawk 136 says, oh, that is so true. But I was motivated to lose weight because my partner at the time was over 500 pounds. So that's great. You have a partner who was over 500 pounds. They're motivating you. You can motivate each other. Now, if that 500-pound person hangs out with all 500-pound people and you, then it's a problem. But again, that's great. I mean, it's good that people have responded to this.
Absolutely. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. It is simple formula for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the last topic. Last topic is healthcare workers showing up drunk and high. So this is kind of disheartening when I read this. I knew, obviously, I know that some people, and it doesn't just necessarily mean this industry, but some people in every industry right now are not doing what they should be doing or doing things they should not be doing. And at that point, you know, having, especially physicians, having a physician show up drunk or high and treating patients obviously goes against everything they should be or they vowed to do. And that was, doing the best for the patient. Showing up drunk or high to a surgery, a consult, any sort of function involving patients and care is totally off. Like, people need to really recognize that this is a serious issue. And when I read the stats, Drew, it was crazy. 1 in 7 physicians have admitted to showing up to their job and functioning as a physician drunk or on controlled substances that made them high. Now,
yeah, it may kind of go ahead.
No. I mean, so at that point, like, COVID-19 has definitely been a very stressful time for anybody in the medical field that was dealing with this. They're at their breaking point. Understandable. They're going through mental health issues too as well. Mental breakdown, depression is an all-time high with medical providers and medical staff in general. So with this, it's just it's messed up that people are turning this and then going in and then treating people. So that's what I'm going to say about it as far as that goes. Drew, what did you have to say?
I think they should be. Think about it. If we've had shows in the past, and we've done over 150 shows now.
Yeah.
I've talked about in the past some of my topics, or even some of your topics, where someone gets a surgery and they're supposed to amputate the left leg, but they amputate the right. Or they're supposed to take out the right, or they take out the left.
Right.
That could easily be avoided if these people aren't these medical providers and doctors aren't going to work, quote unquote, drunk or under a controlled substance.
Right.
Like, they're going to make people who's an alcoholic have a breathalyzer they have to blow before they can drive a vehicle.
Yeah.
Why don't they apply those same things to the medical field? Where if someone appears to be under the influence, there should be someone there at the hospital or doctor's office. There should be someone there that has the ability to screen them if need be.
Right.
So in other words, if I'm about to go drive and you're my friend, you see me drunk, oh, don't get in the car, you're guiding me. If they're at the hospital and they see a doctor come in about to perform a surgery, if they smell liquor on his breath, everyone just kind of, oh, well, he's a doctor. I feel like there should be someone to step in. They'd be like, wait a minute, breathe into this thing or pee into this cup. Let's make sure you're good. And then I think that's the only way it's going to be. The only way it's going to change, because doctors have access to other doctors who have access to any medication they want.
It's true.
So if they're tired, they can take a pill. If they need to be happy, they can take a pill. If they need to think better, they can take a pill.
It's true.
So it's almost like a drug addict who has access to millions of drugs.
It's true.
Who's also performing surgeries on people. So I feel like it has to be screened. It has to be checked. Otherwise, we're going to hear more stories of surgeries going wrong. Or, I mean, there was a girl, a chiropractor, a college athlete a few weeks back. She went to a routine chiropractor. Now she's paralyzed.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Now, was that chiropractor drunk or under the influence? I don't know. But if they were, systems like this could easily fix that.
And that's one thing, like, if something happens, like when that happened to that chick, that guy didn't get drug tested. So at that point, like, usually, like, if you work any other job, right? Let's say you're a truck driver and you go get in an accident. They usually send you in right away for a drug test immediately.
Yeah.
You get hurt on the job, you get usually sent in for a drug test immediately. So that's something that should definitely be applied to the medical field. I mean, I've got my own story where I had a physician come in years ago. This is like 8 years ago. Wanted to be a Titan Medical Center doctor. Was giving him like an in-person interview and stuff like that. The guy just seemed off. Like, you got to take your drug test and stuff like that. So the dude didn't want to do it. I'm like, well, you got to take it or not. Dude did it. Okay, he did the drug test, and he came up hot for cocaine. I was like, man, you're lucky I don't report this to the board. Like, seriously, get the hell out of here, basically. Like, I have zero tolerance for medical provider coming drunk or high, especially to see patients. Like I said, it's one thing if they want to go out in their personal time and they want to have fun, or they're doing stuff behind closed doors that's not affecting other people's lives. But once you start involving other people's health or, possible, liability of that health, that's when, these guys need to be taken. And a lot of them went to rehab, so at that point, that's good. But if you look at the number now, not just people that are drunk or high in the medical field, but they said like almost 39% of people that are in the medical field want to change careers because of the last couple of years and the stress and the mental problems that they're going through right now because of what's happened these last couple of years and all the stress they've been under. So it's really crazy.
Now, you said 38, 39%.
Yep.
So I'm wondering if that number, how much of that number is affected by hospitals? Like, are those people that, because I'm assuming a lot of that 39% is coming from people that are actually in the hospitals dealing with that, as opposed to medical centers or doctors' offices. I'm
Honestly,
just curious.
it's all over, Drew. They did a wide spectrum.
Yeah.
From private practices to hospitals. And hospitals, for sure. They do. They probably got the brunt of it. But these regular places, I mean, Titan was one thing. It's an anomaly, like as far as that goes, and how things were there. But and I've seen some of these other places, like patients, just like it's a different feel. It's a different world, I guess. And I don't know, it's just messed up all the way together. Lady Hawk said,
I think a lot of people are losing. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I think you were talking about Lady Hawk. I noticed one of her comments, but I got disconnected and I'm back on, so I can't see it right now. I'm not sure if that's the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Where she says Lady Hawk went from 228 pounds to 128 pounds.
No.
So shout out to Lady Hawk for that.
Wow.
I didn't realize that she lost that much weight. She was the lady that mentioned that she was with a guy that was 500 pounds and it was hard for them to lose weight. She said he's still 500 pounds, but she's gone from 220 to about 120. So she's lost 100 pounds.
220 to Lady Hawk. That's awesome.
Shout out to Lady Hawk. I'm going to have to send you a T-shirt or something because that's big news.
That's huge.
And she did that knowing someone or friends or have a boyfriend that was 500. So most people can't make that commitment if their partner isn't. But the simple fact that she lost 100, big deal.
That's huge. I mean, and on that too, since we're talking about, being around people that are like-minded, in fitness or health or whatever it may be, it's hard, Drew. It's hard because that's what, 20% of the population, 10% of the population, 30 at tops. I mean, I'm being really, I'm being generous with that number. It's like, man, like most people, 7 out of 10 are going to be obese or overweight. So it's kind of hard to you really got to find you got to go to the gym. You got to find some good ones. And in anything, there's good and bad too. Even if there's fit people, overweight people, whatever it is, they still got to be good people. So that trims it down just even more. So it's hard. It's hard out there for sure.
And if you guys are getting intimidated trying to lose weight, hearing us say hang out with people that are in shape, one of the biggest problems I see people overweight going to the gym is they're intimidated. They're intimidated by everyone having a six-pack or looking a certain way, and their body isn't there yet. So they don't want to be seen. I'm telling you this. I've been in the gym every day for 15 years.
Yeah.
We don't give a damn how big you are or what you look like. We're not even looking at that. So you may be self-conscious thinking, I'm 100 pounds overweight. I'm embarrassed to go to the gym. People in the gym, real hardcore gym heads like myself, that have been doing this for a living for over a decade, we don't care. I like seeing someone who's 100 pounds overweight, who's never been to the gym, way more than seeing someone like myself. Because if I see someone who's just getting into it, I immediately gravitate towards them, or I'm excited for them because they're starting the process. Where I'll give them free tips, free advice, free nutritional stuff, just to give them a sense of okay, it's okay that you don't look like me or everybody else that's here. So if you're trying to get in shape, find 4 or 5 people that are out of shape like you, or if that's your clique, all go together, or all start a class, or all do it together. But people that are intimidated to go to the gym, we don't care what you look like. We're happy that you're there. We're just happy you're there. Right. I love seeing someone in the gym that's 100 pounds overweight. I don't know what it is, because I'm like, hell yeah, they did it. They're in here. They're about to kill this shit. I love it. So
it's all
we don't care what you guys look like. Just get it done.
Absolutely. Get it done for sure. Creel said, that's what I do. Truck driving, definitely careful on my job. Lady Hawk said, I get drug tested before you get any care in my field, which is she's an ambulance. Hawk Squad said, that's how my job is. Any action, automatic drug test. And they check for alcohol, opiates, marijuana. Yeah, if you do,
why not do it in the health field?
So you do.
It's crazy because all this stuff.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I know they do it before you get hired, right? You take a drug test before you get hired, and then if something happens, on your shift, if something does happen, usually they do drug tests, but. I've seen some of these providers and stuff like that get out of it, not even get a drug test because they didn't think they were under the influence. Just something went wrong. That's all it was. So, it should be mandatory.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. I used to hear that when I was younger. Especially if it was someone smoking marijuana or whatever. I can't smoke for a couple of weeks because I have to pass this drug test.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they get the job, the next day they go right back to doing whatever drug. So it's it has to be you have to have like, random tests like they do in the NFL. In
Yep.
the NFL, you can't take steroids.
Right.
If they suspect something, they could literally, at the drop of a dime, you have to leave practice and go pee right now.
Yep.
Why not apply that to medical field too? Because people make good money. They have a lot to lose. If you're risking losing your license and using a medical license or other things, you have a lot to lose.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. If you have a medical
Tammy
license.
Cash on here again said Tammy Cash said she went from a 18 to a 6.
Wow.
She said, she said, partner at work and through diet alone went from size 18 now to a 6.
That's awesome.
Then she put, this old lady is loving life. This old lady is killing it.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
12 dress sizes.
Wow.
Big deal.
That's a huge deal. Congratulations on that, because, man, that is definitely an accomplishment for sure. ABM Bull, what's going on, man? So, that's a big one. So if you think your provider or anything is under influence or anything like that, don't see them or don't go through with it. And definitely, if you think it's that serious, you can definitely say something. I never tell anybody to report anybody. It's messed up. But if it's something serious and it's definitely concerning, then, at that point, let somebody know too as well.
That's probably the most important thing I've heard you say so far about that. Like, if you're not comfortable with it, you don't have to go through with it. Like, if I'm about to get a surgery and I smell liquor on my doctor, the surgeon's breath, and they're kind of like red faced and kind of, I'm going to be like, look, I'm not doing it today. And so that's a very good point. People automatically think that doctors, like they can't say no to a doctor because they're a doctor.
Right.
Like, you can deny it, you could say no, you can request another doctor or another surgeon. Just be safe.
Right. It's the biggest thing, man. If you don't feel comfortable, even if they're drunk, you just don't feel comfortable with who they are or what it is, it gives you a bad feeling, don't go through with it. Find somebody else. You can definitely do it. It's your choice.
You're not going to have that problem at Titan. I know that.
No, definitely not. For sure, 100%.
Not have that problem at Titan because johntsikouris don't play that. You could be a little sleepy. They'd be like, nope.
That's right. You know how it goes, dude.
Not going to play that.
We're a tight ship here at Titan, dude. There's no way. No way.
Very tight. Very tight.
But yeah, man, that's. I think that's a show. I think it was a pretty good show. Even we had all these issues and problems, Drew. I know we had to adapt at the last second, but it comes through.
You had a couple. I kept going in and out. I'm on the. I got it on the Skype, but I also have my phone up on the Instagram Live. I got disconnected a couple times, warmed right back on, but a lot of interaction. Yeah. So it's very good. As soon as I clicked back on, everyone came right back on and waved again. So that's very good. So it was a good show today.
Yes, sir.
We got some events coming up too as well, right?
Yep. So we got St.Pete Art and Fashion Week from September 8th to the 10th. Jason Skeldon Art and Fashion Show with Titan Medicalcenter is the main presenter too as well. That's 9/17th, so September 17th in Tampa, Florida. After that, we've got Hurricane Pro in St. Petersburg. Big shout out to Tim Gardner. I talked to him last week about Olympia because Olympia is the next event after that. Talk about all the crazy good things that are going to be happening this year, which I did share with Drew about basketball and flag football and some of the other different things that have never been there before, which I think are going to be a game changer. That's what I told him and Jake. They asked me what I thought about it. And I said, this is a great idea. You're gonna attract different people that have never cared or wanted to go to a bodybuilding contest, show, or Olympia. And it's because you're incorporating some different sports in there that usually don't get incorporated in fitness expos like this. So I think it's going to be a game changer.
I think it's going to be great seeing like some of these bodybuilders or some of these, people competing or not competing that day, but do compete to see what they could do outside of bodybuilding.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of athletes in bodybuilding that were great athletes that just, fell in love with the gym.
Yep.
Or vice versa. There's going to be people coming out there to be like, yeah, I don't care if you're all ripped up and you're looking like this. I look like a dad and I can still run faster than you.
Right.
So I think it's going to be a good mix of both people coming in. So
it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
I know I'm getting a little bit old to do all that running and jumping, but
I don't know, man.
It'll be fun.
I got this new court in my house, guys, and just got built. I've been playing ball like the last 4 days. So it's been good, man. I'm like, oh yeah, everything's coming back to normal. Jump shots on. It is. It really is. It's fun, especially outside. You get this nice suntan. You're out there, kids out there with me having fun. So that's what it's all about. So being active, man. You can stay active all your life if you really want to. It's just you got to put in the work. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Don't wait till you're 70 to live the life you want to live. Live it now.
True. It's true. 100%.
Live it now.
So I think that's it, guys. Another beautiful show with Titan Lifestyle with Big Dru. You got anything else, Drew?
That's pretty much it. Make sure you guys tune in every week at 2 p.m. Titan Lifestyle, me and John. If you guys aren't subscribed to our YouTube channel, do that.
Yep.
Hit the bell so you're notified of videos like this. You could also check us out on Facebook, and also check us out on the new exclusive page on IG, Titan Medical 2.0. So if you guys aren't following Titan Medical 2.0, do that right now. That's going to be the new exclusive page. A lot of big content will be on there. A lot of events, a lot of stuff going on that page. So even if you're following the old channel, make sure you follow the new one too, Titan Medical 2.0. And we'll see you next week, and have a great week.
We'll see you guys next week. Titan Lifestyle with Big Dru.